There's no time better than today to start whatever goal you done set. I feel like most of us, we have this thing where we be like, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Or when the time is right, I'm gonna do better this time. Or next month, I'm gonna start school. Or whenever August get here, etc., etc., etc. I'm gonna do better tomorrow. I'm gonna eat better tomorrow. I'm just gonna have one more slice, one more piece, right? That same excuse. There's no better time to start to become your new self than right now, today. The only thing holding you back is you. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a lot of obstacles. I know it's a lot of people. I know it's a lot of literal blocks in the road that push you back, or it might just be some resistance. You might have to step over it, jump over it. Sometimes you gotta climb. Sometimes there is a mountain in the middle of the road. Until you get to the other side, you gotta go around it or over it. Ain't no way to get around that obstacle unless you go over it, around it, or dig straight through it. Me, I'm one of them people where when I see something in my way, I like to let the resistance build who I am. So I could just walk around it. That's cool. That's gonna take a long journey. All I'm gonna get from it is some cardio. I could go over it. That's gonna take more cardio, a little bit of muscle resistance from pulling. But me, I like to go through things. Why do I like to go through things? I'm gonna use this metaphor with a human. If it's an actual person that's in your way, instead of avoiding that, you challenge that head on and you get past that. You might win that battle. You might lose that battle. But if you really put in that hard effort, push and fight and scratch, that resistance don't want you to come back. Because now you become a problem for it. You make the block in the road want to stay out of your way now. Whether you lost or not, it don't want to try you. Everything in life wants the path of least resistance. So once the resistance starts to resist you, it just moves out your way. It's like a magnet. Opposites attract at first. You're the positive, that resistance is the negative. So it's gonna come straight to you like that. But once you start to resist and resist and resist, that friction, you create that. You either gonna turn it positive, it may turn you negative, but I doubt it. Because you are who you say you are. You are a creature of the Most High. You know? So that means the power that's inside of you is greater than the power that's inside of it. Or at least greater than the power that it acknowledges. Because it has the same power. But that's where most people stop. Most people believe that they're weak. That's the mindset of the typical man. They're weak. But they're not actually weak. They just believe they're weak. So their body is going to respond and be weak and be fragile. It's going to do everything it can to hold them back. Like I said in my last video, the mindset has to change. It has to shift. I learned these things by taking on hard situations. Like when I first left home at 18 years old, I went to the Navy. Wasn't the worst experience ever. Actually, it was probably one of my best experiences. But leaving home, I didn't know that. Leaving home, I thought it was just war. All I saw was war movies and heard stories of people who didn't come home. That's what I thought I was entering. But I still chose to fight it. I still chose to go. I still chose to take that risk because I knew there was always a chance that I come out on the other side of that. And I do come back home, and I come back a better man. I come back a fearless man. I come back with some money. So I said all that to say, no matter the obstacle, no matter what's going on, you have to really do it regardless now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow may not be here. Tomorrow may not be the same. You might wake up and say, I'm gonna go running tomorrow. And then tomorrow it's snowing outside in Georgia. And it never snows in Georgia, but you wake up to snow because this weather is the weirdest it's ever been. Or you tell yourself, I'm gonna hit the gym, hit them weights, trying to build some muscle this year. And you get to Planet Fitness and the gym is full because they always full, especially at certain times of the day. So it ain't not one machine you can get on. And everybody that go to Planet Fitness knows exactly what I'm talking about. Or you might say, I'm gonna eat better. I'm gonna lose this gut that I done gained. I'm gonna lose this fupa. And then your food stamps get cut off. But that's not an excuse to say, well, I'm still gonna eat this way. That just means there's some resistance in the road and you gotta figure out how to get over it. And once you get over that resistance, everything becomes easy. There used to be resistance every time I was doing this, trying to get back in shape and get back right, that I would be like, I'm not eating out. And then as soon as I say that, hey, we going to Buffalo Wild Wings, we're going to get some pizza, we're going to get some ice cream. It's always my favorites. We're going to get Chinese food. It's always some real resistance. Some of my favorite food. It's easy if they say something I don't like, but they never do. And it's even harder when they say, I'll pay for it. Now I can be a big bag for free. But you got to use that day, that moment as a winnable moment. Because when you win in those moments, you start to trust yourself. All right, once you start to build trust for yourself, it's up from there. Because now you rely on this mental strength that you have built off of patterns and consistency and showing up time and time again, winning that battle over and over again. You just rely on that. So now you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and you order a salad. You don't put a lot of dressing on it. You get some wings. You don't eat all the fries that come with it. You don't drink sweet tea and lemonade. You drink a Diet Coke or water. If you do get alcohol, you get a shot of alcohol with some diet soda and you sip to save those calories. Like, there's still ways to enjoy yourself by being disciplined in those moments. All you have to do is practice, and all it takes is to start now. If you start now, it becomes easy. And when it becomes easy, you start to trust yourself in those moments over and over again. And even when you mess up, because you're gonna mess up, I mess up a lot, you get back in your mind and say, okay, I know I messed up, but I didn't fail. I don't gain so much ground. It might have stopped me. I didn't go back this way. Even if you do start to go back that way, stop yourself, get back on track. And don't stop yourself in a time frame, meaning I'm gonna start back on Monday. No, start back today, right now. Or you're gonna find yourself gaining bad habits again. And once you gain them bad habits again, it gets harder the older you get. Because the older you get, your mind gets fixated on what it's used to because it's comfortable. You have to get out of your comfort. If you really want to be great, if you really want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, healthy, have the greatest mind you've ever had, and flourish in this life, you have to go through the hard parts, stay consistent, build good habits, and they build a great character. And the things you do when nobody's around. I go walking almost every day. I didn't want to. I promise you I want to stay asleep. But I don't. I get up. I do this. Because I keep telling myself I want to have the best body I can finally reach. I want my son to see his dad instill such discipline and positive habits that when he grow up and he sees me as a role model or just somebody to model his life after, which I guess would be a role model, he has that right example. He don't have to listen to his 350-pound dad tell him how to get in shape. I don't want him to have to listen to a hypocrite. I want to tell him from some sort of experience. So I'm gonna tell you because I've been there. There is no time like now to start now, because it's the only time you ever gonna know. Yesterday doesn't exist anymore, except for in your mind, and tomorrow never happened, except for in your mind. But present is happening right now. Stop waiting.